Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Lenny, what I'm saying, Dime Magazine. I just wanted to touch bases with you guys real quick, you know what I mean? And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk about, like, what's really going on, you know what I'm saying, in America. Now, I don't. I don't ever touch bases on politics or anything like that, right? I don't care too much about politics. And I say that for a reason. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things I really don't touch on. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it because it's a thing to say that when politics gets involved or anything that's political, not just meaning, the White House or anything like that. Now, when I say political, right, I mean things that are in the real world, even though that type of politics is also in the real world. But I mean the everyday way of living, thinking, or should I say thinking, and then going into how we live based on our thinking, if that makes any sense. And I just feel like, you know, what we all have to offer in this thing that we call life, right? No matter what, religion you believe in, what race you are, whether you're tall, short, black, white, Asian, y'all figure it all out. But y'all will pick up what I'm putting down, God willing, right? So it's to say, like when we talk about life, right? Life, like real life shit, right? Like what does that entail? I want to say just based on, now mind y'all, I don't have all the answers. I don't have any of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm just speaking from, I guess, a point of view to where at some point maybe, we can all figure it out. If anybody that chooses to pick up what I'm putting down. If not, that's okay too. I mean, shit, I ain't, what I say ain't the end all be all. God is, you know. And for all y'all that, love God, you know what I'm saying, that really understand God or is trying to understand God. And I'm continuing to learn God every day myself, you know what I'm saying? So also for those that don't believe in God, that, feel that science is the way to go. And, at some point, I just believe that even with science, people that believe in science, it's like, where did it all come from at the end of the day? But moving forward, y'all, real life issues, right? And meaning that someone that we love, has gotten older because there's a lot of birthdays, right? Shout out to all y'all who got birthdays out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's about to be Scorpio season, baby. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to, all the other, signs out there and all that. You feel me? Shout out to all y'all, man. And, but again, even dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing to say, hey, like dealing with life, there comes life circumstances, good, bad, and indifferent, right? Someone got promoted. Someone got demoted. Someone got hired. Someone got fired. Someone started a business, became successful at it. Somebody started a business and lost their business for whatever reason, form, or fashion, right? Somebody who never wanted to try this, but then they ended up trying it and then they became successful, right? And then those that did want to try it and did not become successful, right? Choose to flip and bounce it how you choose to. You feel me? Like it is what it is. So when we talk about life, right? I look at life that, as though life it's a serious thing, right? When you wake up, God willing, you're blessed to wake up, right? And God gives you not only a second chance, but another chance based on, our shortcomings, right? And then we're like, yo, like, I'll just do it again tomorrow. I'll do it again tomorrow. God willing, we're able to wake up to be able to have another chance to do it again, right? It's just like, okay, out of all the times that God wakes us up, right? And we continue, right? We continue to lean on our own understandings, right? And as we continue to do that, it's like, okay, and let's just say we fail, and let's just say we succeed, right? What does that really mean at the end of the day? Did we wake up because we are healthy? We are, whatever. We're putting our best foot forward, right? And we still keep getting the bad end of the deal, right? But what about those that wake up every day, right? And they keep leaning on the bullshit that they do every day, every day, every day, every day. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. And they're succeeding. It's like, okay, well, this is real life issues. This is real life shit. Like, let's talk about it. You feel me? So I guess it's to say, like, when we really look at real life and what real life means, family, love, relationships, education, drama, trauma as well, right? Let's put trauma in there as well. Now, I did say drama, but I ain't just talk about drama, but also trauma, mental illnesses through our own past experiences to where we feel like we carry that into, our past experiences into our present situation. And then even in the future, you feel me? It's like, when does life really start to kick in? You know what I mean? Like, is it because we're going through something? Is it because we're trying to figure it out, whether it's with our, wives, our fiancés, our husbands? Well, when I say our husbands, I say that, I'm not gay, but pick up what I'm putting down. Long story short, it's like a person that works 40, 80 hours a week, someone who is a police officer, a firefighter, first responder, someone who gambles, you know what I'm saying? Both good and bad, right? Like, what does that mean? Or how does, I don't know. I'm asking you guys, you feel me? Like, how are we able to figure all this shit out no matter what we do? We're truck drivers, we're cab drivers, we're Uber drivers, we're Lyft drivers, well, you know what I'm saying? We work at McDonald's, we work at Burger King, whether we're teenagers, whether we're fucking adults, whether we're men, whether we're women. Like, how do you handle life? Your life circumstances, your life situations. You feel me? Like, how do you deal with it? Do you get with God? Right? Are you homeless? Are you living in a mansion? You know what I'm saying? Because I know quite a few people that live in huge, big ass mansions worth fucking $10 million, right? and more, right? On the outside, the shit's pristine as a motherfucker. I mean, you can see the in-ground pools. You see all that shit, right? All that shit. The Christmases, the Thanksgivings, all that shit looks beautiful, right? On the outside. But then, like they say, you never know. Even though that house looks beautiful, it's big, it's beautiful, it's this, it's that. But now you go inside that house, right? And then now, that's when the walls start to talk. You feel me? That's when the walls start to talk. Now you start to see all the bullshit, the drama, the trauma, the this, the that, right? And it's like, okay, all right, cool. So my whole thing about life is what does life really mean to you? Somebody got cancer, somebody you really love. Maybe you got cancer. Maybe it ain't cancer. Maybe it's a STD or some shit. You feel me? Like some bitch burns you or some dude burns you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fucked up situation to talk about. But, you know, again, going back to life, you know, maybe you lost your job. Maybe you fucking, who knows? Who knows? Maybe you went to the casino, right? And you went there with fucking 500,000 or maybe 1,000 and you lost the whole bag. Or maybe you showed up with $20 and you didn't even want to go, but somebody said, yo, come with me, boom, boom. And then you put your money in the slot machine and you fucking hit for millions or thousands or whatever, right? So let's just, again, focus on that word, life. Like life. You know what I mean? Like, what does life mean to you? You know what I mean? Like something to sit back and think about. You know what I mean? Something to really sit back and think about. Like, what does life mean to you? Maybe you gave birth. Maybe you're a father who, you know what I'm saying, now you got kids for the first time. Maybe this is your second, third, fourth, eighth, 12th kid. You feel me? Same thing with you ladies. Like, let's talk about it. Maybe y'all gave birth to so many kids, you know, from an early age to where now here you are giving birth to your, I don't know, 15th kid or maybe your first kid. Maybe you said, you know what, the burden of giving birth was too much and I only want one kid. You feel me? Maybe somebody was meant to walk down the aisle and shit didn't happen for whatever reason. Who knows? Who knows? You know, there's just so many things that we can really look at when we talk about life. You know what I mean? Like life. What does life, that word life, and what we live in, what does that word life really mean to you? And hopefully, you know, this can be able to make you think and maybe talk to someone else. You see what I'm saying? And say, hey, because everybody needs therapy. Now, I just don't mean sitting down with a therapist and you talk to them for an hour and now your time's up and shit. And then now, you know what I'm saying, you got to pay more money or whatever the fuck. I'm talking about real therapy. Meaning, now I get it. Now, therapists need therapists or however that shit rolls and bounces. But I'm also talking about period, like people that really need someone to talk to. Now, it may not be or need to be maybe at that point a therapist per se, but maybe it's someone that we can talk to. A best friend, a family member, a close family member, a stranger, music, art, right? Doing something that you love to do, right? Maybe it's your therapy to draw, to listen to music, to jog, to work out, to be at work. I mean, shit, let's talk about it. There's a lot of people that want to go to work because it's therapeutic for them. Maybe they can't talk to their family members or their significant others or, right, their fucking whatever. But when they go to work, they feel better because they feel comfortable. Or they feel comfortable enough to. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, think about it. You know, you can be going to Dunkin' Donuts or some shit, or Starbucks, or fucking, you know what I mean? Like McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. And you run into somebody that you didn't think you was going to run into. And next thing you know, it could be a complete stranger. It could be a friend. Next thing you know, y'all are sitting there, you know, a longtime friend that you haven't seen in a while, but, you know, a long while or whatever. But somebody that all of a sudden you're talking and then you're like sharing your whole life experience. Well, not your whole life experience, but y'all get what I'm saying. It becomes therapeutic if you see it as therapeutic. Get what I mean? So there's a lot of situations, man, that, you know, we can really look at it when we talk about life and what life has to offer. And I really stand on that word life, because I know life has a lot to offer through the good, bad, and indifferent. At the same time, this is, how will you handle life? Are you going to keep God first, or are you going to try to figure it out on your own? Now, it's saying, God says, do not lean on your own understandings. Lean on me. Do not lean on your own understandings. Lean on me. Lean on me. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. And I pray that it means a lot to y'all. So much to y'all. And again, even those that aren't not religious, but spiritual, that don't believe in God. I mean, I would think it all means the same thing at the end of the day. It's God at the end of the day. Like, how can you deny that? That's crazy. So when you look at that word life, like, just write it out. Like, I don't know if you're at work right now. I don't know if you're on your way to work right now, but all of our listeners, listen, straight up. I would love for y'all to go back and listen to this podcast again, right? And go get a pen, a piece of paper and a pen, and write down that word life. Write down the word, right? Life. Write it down. And just look at it. Just look at it. Once you write the word life down, just look at it. And think about what that means to you. From a personal level, spiritual level, business level, financial level, physical level, okay? Emotional level, all that shit. Just do it. Just see what happens. I mean, shit, what else is there to do? I challenge y'all. Go write that word life down. Fuck it. Write it on the mirror while you're brushing your teeth. Write that shit in toothpaste. Write it in mascara. Write it in lipstick. While you're working out, or you're at work, or you're fucking whatever. Just write that word. Write the shit out in your cereal, in your eggs, in your coffee, in your tea. Write that word life out. Just look up in the sky and just, write it out with your shit. Write the shit on your fucking windowsill. It's fucking cold as fuck. Write it out on your window shield. Life. While you're driving. No, not while you're driving, but before you pull off. Just think about the word life, y'all. You feel me? Maybe it'll, once we, you start to indulge in, and we start to really indulge in, and we write it, and it's right in front of us. It's in our face now. Whether it's written down wherever, on a piece of paper, windshield, fucking on the side of a dirty ass house siding, on a fucking at work, you fucking whatever, right? Just look at it. Just look at it and see what that means. Don't be biased. Don't be on no bullshit. Just really look at it. And then look at your life. Look at where you're at in life. Look at who you're with. Just look at all of that. What you're going through. Take all that into consideration, right? Think about all that while you're looking at the word life that you just wrote out. L-I-F-E, life. L-I-F-E. Come on, let's talk about it. Hey, yo, Dime Magazine, man, you already know what it is. Hey, man, let's just keep making dope shit happen, making dope things happen, getting God's blessings, continuing to get God's blessings, continuing to get God's blessings and paying it forward. That's what it's all about, man. Hey, yo, it's your boy Lenny, man. We out of here. Peace.